Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2020 love reading. Thank you to those who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. As far as person readings go, I'll probably start those up again in January, just to let you know. As far as what we have in front of us, it's why I call it a bridge in the gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. These are the past energies, present energies, future energies. Once we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards with some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic. Also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as their energy. If you feel like that should be the other way around, then trust that as well. Alright, so with all that out of the way, past energy on your side, we have the Eight of Staves, which is the equivalent to the Eight of Wands. And actually this is represents the first 10 degrees of Sagittarius, and that's where the sun is right now as I'm recording this. But primarily what I see with this is going to be saying that you were communicating with this person a lot. For some of you, could have been via social media or texting or something along those lines. That's what I think of when I see all those birds there. It makes me think of communication, but from a distance. But yeah, it could just be saying that you might have had a lot of communication with this person, possibly even of a passionate nature as well, given that it is Wand energy. And since it's Sagittarius energy too, it definitely looks like you obviously had interest in this person as far as a relationship goes, since that's your opposite sign. Alright, past energy on their side is the Nine of Swords. So, interestingly enough, it is Gemini energy, which is, again, for you guys, especially like, let's say you were dealing with a Sagittarius, that would be their opposite sign. So, we definitely see the Sagittarius and Gemini axis at play here, but totally different energy on their part, right? The Nine of Swords usually represents having a lot of fear and anxiety. So you might have felt like they weren't nearly as communicative with you. They might have felt a little overwhelmed, especially, if you guys were communicating a little bit too much with them. That's certainly one way it could go. And also, I always think of that old superstition with black cats crossing your path. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was from like forever ago, but they could just feel like they have bad luck when it comes to love too. So they might have been a bit more closed off as far as the connection compared to you guys. And again, like I said, keep in mind, since this is Gemini energy on the right side, this could definitely be you guys here, and that might be the other person. But just figured I'd mention that. All right. The present energy on your side, we have Desire, which is the equivalent of the Chariot in traditional tarot, which is Cancer energy. But here what I'm seeing is, seeing this in the present could just be saying that part of the reason why there might have been a lot of communication via social media or texting along those lines could be because you guys might have been at a physical distance from each other. And with this showing up in the present, could just be saying that you guys might actually be reuniting on a physical level. And this also leads me to believe, with the energy of this card too, that this might be someone that you did have a past with at one point, and now, you guys just might actually be reuniting in general. So that's what I'm seeing there. But yeah, obviously what Desire does represent, obviously more passion, like we saw at the Eight of Staves there. And then also, to me, the Chariot usually represents an energy of victory and forward movement. So overall, definitely a pretty positive energy there. All right, the present energy on their side is the Empress and the Three of Wands. So the Empress can represent usually either Taurus or Libra energy, since it's mostly a Venusian energy with this card, and then the Three of Wands is Aries energy. But more than anything, what I see here is a huge difference in their confidence level, right? Like we said with the Nine of Swords, feels like it's a lot more of a closed off energy, not necessarily feeling too confident, a lot of anxiety around the situation. Here with the with the Empress, it's definitely a much more relaxed energy, a lot more open and receptive energy. And then the Three of Wands energy is often referred to as the waiting for your ships to come in energy. So that's another energy of confidence and believing that, you deserve things to come to you. So on the one hand, this could just be saying that, again, well, like we already saw that in the past, it looks like you guys were the ones that were being more of the aggressor in the connection Could just be saying that they might still have that expectation for you guys to come to them, but at the same time, it looks like they're definitely a lot more open to it now as opposed to in the past. So that's what I'm seeing there. And the future energy on your side, we had a few cards that came up. We have Wisdom in reverse, which is the equivalent of the High Priestess. Four of Arrows in reverse, which is Libra energy. Eight of Arrows in reverse, which is Gemini energy. And the Six of Wands, which is Leo energy. So really what I'm seeing here primarily with these energies is just saying that more than anything, I feel like, well, let me just put these in the upright while we talk about them, because to me that's always distracting. But with Wisdom in reverse here, I feel like this is saying that you guys are getting out of your head around the situation, you know? So in a way, you guys might be, even though I didn't necessarily see you guys as a closed off energy at all with those two cards, could just be saying that maybe you guys have been really stuck in your head about the situation, especially if there was a separation, then that would make sense. But with this in reverse, I feel like this is saying that now you're probably being a bit more open and expressive. Four of Arrows there too represents an energy of healing. So if this coming up in reverse, given that we do see the Six of Staves with it, I would say that, you know, normally that could be a little bit of a precautionary thing if it was in reverse, saying that maybe you didn't adequately heal. But since we do see the Six of Wands with that, I feel like that's what that's saying, that you're coming out of the healing, that, you know, whatever the situation was, it seems like you went through the healing process successfully. Eight of Arrows in reverse, same concept, which is to say, you know, that's usually when you're obviously in the traditional tarot, the woman is blindfolded, right, and it looks like they're fearful to take a step forward, even though they're not really truly trapped. Here we see a similar vibe to that with this card, but obviously with this in reverse, I feel like this is saying again that you're actually pretty much more confident in yourselves as well, similar to what we saw on their side. And then with the Six of Staves, obviously we see the confidence. This is another card that points to a bit of a victory, although more in the minor arcana scale, but definitely represents success, confidence, you know, getting some attention. And for you guys, this is your third house communication as well, being that it's Leo energy, which is the house you guys naturally rule. So a lot of positive energy there for sure. All right. And the future energy on their side, we have the Knight of Swords. So more Gemini energy here. The Six of Wands. So same as what you guys had, Leo energy there. And the Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So again, like I said, given that we do see two Gemini cards on this side, it could definitely be pointing to that maybe for some of you this is your energy on the right. But again, it could also point that they have a lot of focus on you as far as their energy goes. But yeah, with this Knight of Swords, obviously I feel like this is another indicator that they have a lot more confidence now as opposed to what we saw in the past energy. And they're probably actually being a bit more communicative with you now. Six of Wands, again, points to me to having that confidence moving forward, right? And then the Six of Pentacles represents just having that balance, right? So you guys kind of meeting each other on an equal level. So, I mean, overall, definitely pretty positive energy here as well. Trying to see if anything else comes to mind with this. Yeah. So it could have just been, you know, you guys might have had some kind of a falling out. It looks like in the past you guys just weren't matching energies. Like I said, it definitely looks like you were pretty communicative with this person. For whatever reason, they seem to be a bit shut off in the past regarding that. Confidence levels seem to definitely improve in the present. And in the future, same thing. So definitely seems to be a pretty natural, positive progression. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Eight of Cups. So this is actually a Pisces energy here. Usually represents moving forward and going for something more fulfilling. What always stands out to me with this particular deck is we see the seven cups rather stacked up over there, which to me, of course, draws my mind to the Seven of Cups, which usually represents confusion, right? Not necessarily seeing the situation clearly. And then if we look at those cups, they all have the heart, looks like it's filled in, whereas with this cup here by itself, it looks like it's empty. So this could just be saying that in the past you guys might have actually decided to leave from the connection because again maybe you felt like okay you might have been ready in the past but you might have feeling that nine of cups nine of swords rather energy from this person felt like okay well it seems like they're not open and ready for any type of connection so you might have actually left in the past. So in that regard that could be what the desire card is pointing to there, saying that you guys might have decided to reconnect with this person. I mean, it is eclipse season as well, so you could have some things coming back around in that regard. So that's what I'm seeing there. And I do see it's more of a positive energy as well, since beneath that we do see fortune, which is Jupiter energy there. And that's going to be moving into a fellow air sign in December as well. And the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is actually Capricorn energy here. So for some of you might say that it might take them until a little bit closer to the end of the month when we do get into Capricorn season for them to actually embrace this energy. But for some of you, could just be saying too, I do have to say, for at least some of you, they might have felt that you might have been a little bit high maintenance. Or, so for example, especially we could see where maybe they felt that in the past, if you were being super communicative and they just weren't really able to reciprocate on that level. But another way this could just be playing out too, could just be saying that, they're actually going to put in the effort toward you and maybe they were just a little bit intimidated by you guys as well, which is another way that Nine of Swords energy could play out. And that, I could definitely see it as a possibility too, because beneath that we see the Knave of Chalices, and it looks like, this person was trying to write a letter, but then it looks like they kept crumpling up the paper. So could just be saying that they might have just struggled a bit trying to find the right words to say to you guys in the past. But like I said, it definitely seems to be a thing of the past because we see confidence growing on their side and yours. So overall, pretty good energy. Next, we'll see what we get from the Oracle decks. First, we have the Aqua Moonlight deck here. And I did pre-shuffle this deck, and what we're going to be looking for is just some jumpers. So first, we'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if I shuffle for a while and nothing comes up, I'll just take that as a sign to move on to the next deck. But sometimes this could give us extra messages. Oh, got one there, actually. And next, we'll see if we get any from them to you. Alright, almost had one there, but we'll give it a few more shuffles, and if nothing comes up, we'll just move on. Yeah, so definitely feels like that Nine of Swords energy I was seeing in the past too, with, like I said, the communication seemed to be off. But, alright, so the card on your side says Fantasy, I Wish I Could. So not much going on there, not a lot of detail to it, but obviously with Desire, I could see how that could line up there. But I actually do see this playing out in more of a tangible way for you guys this month, really. So maybe for a while you might have thought that that was all it would be, right? Like, oh, I wish, that I could connect with this person, but for whatever reason, it looked like there wasn't much going on between the two of you in the past where you might have been putting in the effort and might have been getting stonewalled from this person. But like I said, it does look like the energy opens up big time for you guys this month. All right. And lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here. And same situation as far as I did pre-shuffle this deck, but here we'll just be looking for one card with general advice and we'll wrap up. All right, nothing's coming up yet, so I'll give it a few more shuffles. In worst case, nothing comes up, I'll just put the deck down and we'll pull a card. Yeah, let me just put the deck down and give me a second to tune in, and then we'll pull a card. All right. Okay, we have flexible. There's the artwork, and the number is 19. So let's see what this says. Okay, it says teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. So interestingly, open-mindedness actually made me think of the High Priestess in reverse. Not that High Priestess is closed-minded at all, but obviously, it's that just being open in general. So hopefully that resonated. But the Oracle's message says a tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in hurricane, whereas a rigid structure, like a building, would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now. Willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. So definitely an interesting message there, especially that last sentence sticks to my mind because, like I said, it looks like there was definitely a mismatch in the energy in the past where, you guys seem to be a lot more open and communicative, and this person seemed to be more shut off. Maybe just, maybe they were down on their luck in general and just weren't really expecting like anything positive to come out of the connection at the time. But we do see a lot more openness as we move forward. All right, then the relationship message says in every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in the reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. So definitely a pretty positive message there as well. And, I'm not necessarily feeling like this would be someone new. Like I said, for some of you, I feel like this is someone that you might have just had a separation from for a while. Whether just physical distance, maybe you guys were living in separate areas, or possibly, just having that actual separation on more of an emotional level. But hopefully that reading did resonate with you guys overall. Like I said, it's pretty positive, and hope you guys have a good new year. I'll see you all next year. All right, bye.